You got a plan. I want to get to nowhere. Maybe we make it here. Maybe together we can get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. Me, myself, I got nothing to prove. You got a fast. I got a plan inside here, been working at the King. Man, say to a bit more on the drive too far. Cross the border and into the city, you and I can both job. Find the sea, me to be living. My old man's got a problem. Here with the bottle, that's the way it is. He says, body's too work. Body's too young to look like his. My mama went off and left him. Wanted more from life than he could give. I said, somebody's got to take care of him. I quit school, that's what I did. You got a fast car, fast enough so we can fly away. You gotta make a decision. Leave tonight, I swear. I remember when we were riding in your car. Had a feeling that I belong. Feeling I be someone, be the one, be the one. You got a fast car. We go cruising, entertain ourselves, still ain't got a job. So we're working the market to check out, girl. I know things will get better. You'll find work and I'll get promoted. We'll move out of the shelter. Buy a big house in the suburbs. Hey y'all. Hey. So look, it's so funny. We were playing that song Fast Car all this a whole week, like getting ready for this film we're doing. And it's so funny because it's like that song I remember. Anybody remember Fast Car, Tracy Chapman? Oh my goodness. Love the song. Tracy Chapman. I remember my sister used to play that song. What's that? Was that like 89 or something like that? They came out with? It came out. Let me see if I can pull it up because I think this is relevant. So it's this song, right? And you can interpret it. Let me see. Tracy. When did she come out with that song? Tracy Chapman was before her time. 1988. Oh my goodness. 1988. She was before her time. And I think she just, those dimples are everything. I gotta do a Tracy Chapman story because did Alice Walker really come out of there and say that Alice Walker, who wrote The Color Purple, Legend by herself, but she came out and said that she had this affair with Tracy Chapman back in like the 90s or the early 2000s. And Tracy Chapman was before her time. She was all natural and all that stuff. And I think she might be a member of she's never confirmed it, but you know, we just assume. But according to Alice Walker, the LGBTQ community, right? But Fast Car, it's about escaping this life. And it's always so funny to me because when we're in the sewing room, they're like, one of her lyrics is, "We're going to escape and live in the suburbs." And I was listening to the Lansing Journals, the young people, I think of Mr. Reyes, that got up and he had something to say about how he moved his family from the city to the suburbs to a better life. And now it's this shooting. And the same with here. Like, I think my parents thought, let's get these girls out this. My dad had 3 girls. He's like, let's get these girls up out the city and move to the suburbs where it's safer. And a lot of people felt like that. And now here we are in Dolton, faced with, you know, this. And it's not just a Tiffany problem. Now, what I will say, let me say hello. Hey, Big Mike. Hey, Cynthia. I will say that it probably started off as a Tiffany problem. Let's say it started off with people just saying, we see that she's doing wrong and we have to say something about that.
Let's
Sorry,
say it
guys.
started.
That they were like, we saw her doing wrong and we have to say something about it. But now it's becoming like a big hate problem. And Burgundy Dom is here. I'm gonna be real. Big Mike. You know all the stuff. Big Mike said start with Shaw. The FBI was here for Shaw too. We ain't gonna front like they weren't. But it's a hate problem, and it's going to turn into this. It's hard for me not to give my opinions because it's Burgundy Blue Commentary, right? So my channel has always been commentary. So I have to just stay true to where I am. Y'all know it's gonna get worse. Even when Tiffany gone, a lot of people that we see up here are not going to be able to get the things they thought they were going to be able to get. You know what I mean? A lot of people up here are not going to. Oh, I want to pause. Big Mike says Shaw brought the liquor stores to Dolton. I want to say that's what started a lot of problems. 1 or 2 liquor stores, cool. We got a liquor store every other block. We got to look at store. I know suburbs and stuff like South. I don't want to just use South Holland as an example, but Indiana, you can't get liquor at a certain time. It used to be Glenwood. I don't know if that's still the same, but it turned from 1 or 2 liquor stores to every other block. Then Walgreens, then the grocery store. Everybody got a liquor license. You get a liquor license. You get a liquor license. You get a liquor license. It used to not be like that. The grocery store got a liquor license. The Sauk Village is not a dry suburb anymore. I thought Stager and Sauk Village was dry. Really? I didn't know that. Now, look, hence the gavel. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm dead serious. Hence the clerk standing up with that gavel saying, "I'm gonna hit you against the head." Not saying that I'm not saying that she was drinking, right? But they call it spirits, right? And they call it spirits for a reason. Get what I'm saying? So it says now, which is why South Holland residents did not want Robert Shaw. That's what Gardis said. Gardis, I was out there with my flyers. You mean you would have not answered the call? I had my petition. That was the biggest concerns about him. Yeah, because they didn't want liquor stores to come to South Holland. I hate to say it, but sometimes liquor stores and smoke shops keep a certain, especially in clubs, it keeps things out the way. Like when your club, I remember back in the day, you would go to like Secrets. I think they closed at 1. And then because they were closing at 1, you can go to Mr. Ricky's across the street because they didn't close to like 2 or 3. And guess which club had the most shootings, even though they were across the street from each other? It's certain things that have to be into effect for certain reasons, not because of your community, just is people come people come out because it's allowed. You know what I mean? So I want to go over this video by Conscience, Way of the Lansing Journal, because she did a response video. And this is the big subject at hand. And I want to break down, if I can, what is going on with how it started with the crowd at the podium. And thanks to the Lansing Journal, we could see it step by step. So make sure you subscribe to Melanie at the Lansing Journal and show her some support and love, because we wouldn't have that. And I want to see how this really went down. I didn't get to catch everything. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to catch it little as much as I can. So let's go to Paul Roberts' speech. I wonder how he feels today. I wonder if maybe Melanie could get an interview from him, or someone could get an interview from him to see how he feels. I think that would be a good idea. What y'all think? How he feels about his speech from his point of view. I'm gonna say this. Y'all know I'm pausing because I always thinking. For those that are bringing race into it, I am one to believe that just because you're married or have, like, it's the same way if he was married to a black woman, or if it was a black man married to a white woman. I don't believe you can use that as a way to say, well, I can't possibly be racist. Look at my wife, or look at my children. Or I don't think you can use that, because sometimes your love can be concealed just to those people, the people you love. That's my thoughts on it. I had that situation. I was dealing with somebody that was totally, I started to notice they were kind of use racial things around. And I'd be like, well, no, he can't be racist. He can't be racist because I'm black. But it was certain things that I was just like, nah, this is unsettling, because you could use me at any time. Like when I would say this disturbs me, well, look at the only excuse they had was, well, look at you. If I would be racist, would I be with you? That's not a good enough excuse. Not saying that's Mr. Roberts' outtake, but I'm even going to put the sensitivity on the people that are in his life, because sometimes it's a culture barrier. You know what I mean? It might not even be, it could just be a culture barrier. Just something like, because they're blinded by the anger of Tiffany, they might have not seen the insensitivity of the analogy. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense? I hope I'm making sense. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, I have black friends. Like something like that. Not saying that it's like that. A lot of people believe that black people can't either, Big Mike. White people, black people, it's so many. I don't know. It's a touchy subject, but I think the analogy is the one that has everybody kind of touchy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, let's go. Let's see but let's talk about the approach first. Let's start with the approach. Because we always go like, what if, I don't know. Let's just go to it. Oh no, Big Mike. Oh no. Now see, I didn't know about all that. All right, let's go.
Good evening, neighbors, trustees, and especially supervisor. I paid attention to our supervisor for a year now, and regret that she does not pay much attention to the people she is supposed to serve. Instead, she insists that she is about loving on the people, while calling all those who criticize her haters wearing devil's horns. She stubbornly believes that she is still in control of the board meetings, both here and in Dolton. She continues to campaign at our expense for another item in both governments, when her constituents' biggest question is how come she is still in office. We have 7 more months to endure before a new supervisor is inaugurated. So I asked the supervisor, using the words of Trustee Jones, is it too late for you to do the right thing for the people? The purpose of my comment this evening is to ask the supervisor to work with the trustees reasonably. Reason is the ability God gave humans to make us superior to the rest of the animals. Elephants and whales have a much better sense of hearing than a human, but it's ridiculous trying to ask an elephant or a whale about the best way to distribute 9 million tax dollars between 155,000 people. A dog has much better sense of smell than a human, but if it poops inside your house, you don't expect the dog to apologize to you, nor do you expect the dog to respond to constructive criticism. By definition, an animal does not respond to reason. The only ways that humans can interact with them are to feed the animal, pet the animal, or give it a whack in the snout. This is my way of saying that the residents of Thornton Township can no longer afford the feeding and petting of the supervisor. Does the supervisor have an alternative to getting a whack in the snout? Not if she continues to act like an animal, convinced that she can outrun her captors.
I found it interesting the way Tiffany went back from her doodling like, oh, here we go. Y'all, excuse me 1 second. I got this call. I'm going to play it and then we're going to come right back. Hey, Conscious.
Everybody calm down. All right, we're gonna go close session. All right, guys, thank you. Security. Okay, guys, it's over with now. It's time to go. It's over with. Stop. All right, everybody, we go to close session. Let's go.
I wish to remind.
Excuse me, can I ask my question?
Okay. Let's talk about this. I want to talk about this just for us to see what happened play by play. But I want to talk about I didn't even know Tiffany made it down off the podium or whatever. I didn't even know she made it down there and she actually went to the crowd. So I see it a little different. Hey, Keepers, I see it a little different because it's a million ways to get out that room. She didn't have to go directly in the crowd. So I'm kind of that. I think that was kind of awesome. Secondly, why Paul Robertson? So if you guys don't get when I say I am confusion, that is just like an inside joke on the channel. But I'm confusion. How did Paul Roberts end up out of the controversy, and then everybody else started arguing with each other. Did y'all notice that? Like, it's so tricky. Like, cameras are amazing. Where's the ball dude? Who is the ball dude? You got to wait, point it out to me. Because Officer Storm was not there this time. That you got Officer, I think it's Green. That's the one that came down. He worked for the Township. And then you got the guy with the white shirt. That's Officer Z. So he came down. He's the one that was on the Long Island video and stuff like that. But just look at how, okay, I love y'all opinions. Keith is, hey, Conscious, hey, Big Mike, everybody, Cynthia. Look at how it kind of went down. The thing that that agitate me is the person like, hey, like trying to make sure that it gets everybody riled up. That's what you used to do in high school. Hey. Now, oh yeah, Officer, I think that's Green, but he's security. Yep, with the hoodie on. Okay, so Paul is saying what he has to say right here. Let's go to it. Let's see. I don't think she's smiling because she liked the chaos. That's my opinion. I think she actually just started laughing like, okay, here we go. She's laughing like, this is a shame. That's my opinion. Yeah, I saw he goes up to the lawyer to try to keep it. Is he trying to go up to the lawyer to say, here's the rest of my statement. Can I finish my meeting, my minutes? I mean my 3 minutes, you know. Okay, so right here, the first person I saw that approached him was that? Is that Quigley, I think? Then you got Michael Smith. And then the dude with the bald head, that is security. Now, immediately right here, my opinion would have been he should have told Quigley and Smith to take a seat. That's just it, because right now you're in public comment. Not trying, it's no, okay, I'm gonna need y'all to have a seat. It's public comment, right? But this is also where people need to not be involved, like no friends. It's too much friends. It's too much friends. It's always, okay, I don't want to do this because I'm gonna get fired. I don't want to do this because I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't want to do this because I'm gonna be the ops. It has to be an independent security car. I'm not even gonna say South Holland Police, because South Holland Police, I'm gonna keep it 100. They're scared to move Miss Vivian up out of there. Pause. I don't know why we call Miss Vivian, and she's so young. I don't know if it's her name, but we just call her Miss Vivian. But they're scared to move Miss Vivian out of there because imagine the news headlines. You moved a cancer survivor that's in a walker up out of you removed her. It's never going to go in your favor. So they're scared to do that. It needs to be an independent. I don't know if it needs to be the sheriffs. I don't know who it needs to be, but someone needs to be. No, he's not an employee at all. He's a Dolton employee. But go back to the meetings, Keith's. He's the one. Actually, go back to my video with Mr. and Mrs. Roberts. They had a issue with Quigley before, so they've been going back and forth. Yeah, that's who has the dreads. Thanks, Cynthia. So basically, Michael Smith standing up there, Dolton, alleged employee, right? Allegedly, because that day we know that he basically got fired. Quigley, Dolton employee, right? Y'all have no right to approach the podium at all, period. So at that point, the officer, I think it's Officer Green. I think I can see that him from the back. I think that's him. First of all, he does not need to have his stuff covered up. That's why you guys cannot identify. Isn't it some rule like when you're there as a security or officer, you're supposed to have your badge on display back and front, something like that? But anyway, They should have sat down. Period. Okay, let him finish his 3 minutes. That's my advice for this first segment. Let's keep going. Okay, Mrs. Roberts running up to the podium and Miss Vivian rolling up to the podium escalated the situation right here. Then you got Ryan behind Miss Vivian. So now it's more people coming down. Again, the officer should have shut it down. Shut it down. That's just what he should have done and called for backup to shut it down. It's still public comment. You have to diffuse the situation. You have to diffuse the situation. Now look at this now. Okay. All right. All right. All right. How many people, y'all? We went from just Quigley and Dots to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's continue. Now, see, this would have gave me anxiety if I was up there. It would just gave me anxiety. Look at all that. You got Keith Price, he on the right with his red pants. He yelling from the back. Now, I want to watch Paul, because how did Paul slicker in that thing? How did Paul get out the situation? Now, keep in mind, Vivian got right up, didn't she? But keep in mind that this is all because of them approaching Paul Roberts. And let's see what happens. Now, I'm going to keep it 100. He's talking to them head on. Now, all of a sudden, you see the crowd over there to the left. I feel like I'm a sportscaster. It's like, what's that thing that when they replay the sports? It's horrible. Again, the majority of the audience is from Dolton. They are making up on lost time when Frank Zuccarelli excluded Dolton for various activities. Thank you. Thank you to Choose. Hit the like button. We miss you, Choose. Thanks for being here. Okay, so this feels like we're watching Tonight in the NBA or something. I'm not a big sports person, but okay. So now, okay, let's just look at it. Still, what did y'all stop? Because Quigley and Dots are still over there talking to Paul, and Paul is talking back to them. And security's doing nothing. And here we go. Let's keep going.
Okay, everybody calm down. Everybody calm down.
Okay, we got the supervisor saying, say what you got to say. Continue to say what you got to say. Hindsight is 2020. I wasn't there in that moment, so I can't say how they should feel. But the crowd, everybody's out of order. The whole room's out of order, and the meeting should have been over. The whole room is out of order. This does not happen at board meetings.
All right. We're gonna go close session. All right, guys. Thank you.
Now, Tiffany is saying we're going to close session. Out of this whole group, I think I haven't gotten to that in the slow motion like we're watching. I think Paul actually is the only one that heard that. Like, okay, she's going into closed session. Let me say what I got to say. Let's see.
Security.
Tiffany saying security, but she don't even see security right there because he got on a camo jacket.
Security. Okay, guys, it's over with that. It's time to go. It's over with. Stop. Okay, let's go. We're going to close session. Let's go.
is Officer Storm? Okay, now while hold on, we gotta put this in slow motion right quick. While who is Mrs. Roberts yelling at? Because while it's going to close session, let me be real. Paul is like, I still want to get my speech done. I still want my 3 minutes, and this is probably an OMA violation. So he's going to. So Tiffany Security, that's Tiffany Security right there with the black hat. He's instructing Tiffany out the back. And Tiffany's going the opposite way. Paul Roberts is approaching, what's our guy name? You know what, Asia, I don't suggest people bring children to those meetings either. But y'all see how empty, even though they went downstairs, all those people could have fit upstairs. They're losing gas. They're losing gas for sure, because it's like, it's overwhelming. Overwhelming. Okay, so now let's keep looking. Look around the room. You got what's our Don't Pray For Me No More is telling Paul he can't approach the dais up there. Let's go. And so Tiffany's like, no, I'm going this way, even though security was saying we're gonna go the other way. And Tiffany took Paul Roberts' paper. Tiffany took the paper out his hand. So she took the rest of his speech. Okay, so this is what y'all was saying when it seemed like she tapped all her people on the shoulder. Okay, so she's tapping dots. But okay, so then before that, she's telling everybody, calm down, calm down. So yeah, I guess she only could tap the people that's going to listen to her, honestly. Honestly. There's no order. There's no order. Okay, so there's Paul Roberts going back. Carmen recording everything. She got to get her coin too. And you got the attorney there, so he's going to. So it says Paul Roberts asking an attorney about OMA violations because the public did not get their required chance to address their elected officials. Okay, so then I understand this is a Dolton politics person. He supports what's going on in Dolton. So now he's approaching Carmen Carlisle. I forgot his name, but he's in the Dolton politics. You guys send me a lot of stuff that he posts. Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Is this thing on? If you're looking at the screen, is this thing on? Scott, thank you for the 10 memberships. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thanks for being here, Scott. I'm sorry. Excuse. If you're watching this, excuse. If you're watching this, put a 1 in the chat, because does anyone see how out of control this meeting is? This woman with the bangs, shout out to her. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I don't remember these people names, but she was first there trying to get I think it was Bidwiz, or maybe it was Bingo, but she was trying to get it over there back in Riverdale, and they shut it down. And that's how she started. Now, are y'all looking at this screen? This woman is walking up to the board tables. Y'all see this? This, I don't know where y'all from, but this does not happen in regular board meetings. She's walking up to the table and grabbing the microphone. Is it just me? Is this thing on? Is this thing recording? Do y'all see this? This is not normal. This is not what you do on an everyday basis. This ain't normal, y'all. This now, I'm not gonna say it's as abnormal as what's going on in South Village, but this is not normal. It's not. This ain't right. Do you see how casually she just like la 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 la? We got another young lady up there with a red cup. Anybody know what the red cup mean? My girl up here with the red cup. What day was this? Was this? No, I'm about to say that big bingo game. I'm about to say. But my girl just up there with her red cup, like, let me help you with the microphone. This ain't normal, you guys. And we're going to look back on this and we're going to be like, oh my gosh, how out of control was it? And Black Pearl, I understand that she wanted to sign up she was signed up. It was open mic and spoken word with the trustee. So this is my thing. Hear me out. Tiffany said we're going to closed session. Carmen and Gonzalez did not leave. So obviously closed session could not go on. He starts to follow Tiffany to closed session. I guess the meeting is not properly adjourned. And no, they did not get to make their public comment. So the question just goes about where's the medium? Because are we going to do this for 7 more months? What are we going to do? Are y'all going to do this every 2 weeks for 7 more months or whatever, or what's going to happen? That's all I'm asking. That's what all I'm asking. Is seriously. So like the stuff they're not approving, like they said, have bingo without prizes. I think that's a good idea for now. Go ahead and have bingo without prizes. Whoever show up, maybe somebody will sponsor the bingo situation and just donate the prizes. Go ahead and try it. You know what I mean? What the heck? What you got to lose? Still have big bingo. Still have cake and ice cream. Do it without the prizes. Maybe somebody locally will donate some gift cards, or somebody will see what's going on and donate it and call it a day. Call it a freaking day. Like, this is just out of control. Out of control. Like, let's just, you know what? Y'all don't want to spend the money. Let's spend the bare minimum. Senior lunches, check. Let's do the bare minimum on the lunches until she's gone. Let's just do it. Because if y'all got to argue about this, somebody's going to end up getting hurt. And this is not the way it should go. It's not the way it should go. Let's finish this up. So I'm excited to see what's the resolution to the meeting tonight. Because I had a question. How did they get How did they get quorum? Because Pepe was there, the highway commissioner. Yeah, choose. I agree. Just donate. Go to start contacting them PRs, Ace Hardware, da 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 da. Just have them. Some people say no. You'll get 1,000 no's and maybe one yes. Put the 1,000 no. Just put it out there, and have big bingo moderately. $50 gift cards. Tiffany, you might have to take $5,000 out your own bank account. I know it's not right, but it's okay. Go ahead and get $500 gift cards here and there, and just go ahead and do the big bingo if that's what you want to do. Make it happen. As an entrepreneur, which she was coming from, she know how to make stuff happen. So prove them wrong. Movie tickets, just make it happen. And the people that don't want to be there because they feel like they're not going to get that LED refrigerator, go ahead. They won't be there. That's less people. More people have a chance to win. Oh, that's a good one. Skating rink entry. Yeah, free. A free pair of roller skates. I'm so glad the Lansing Journal got the attorney name because I've been trying to get that attorney name for about 6 months. Shout out to them. I can't believe I'm not even gonna say what I want to say because I'm gonna say it. Oh my God. Why they so loud? Why they so loud like that? Like, I ain't trying to be funny. Y'all, your girl get like that. Like, if I like, child, that's why I can't smoke no weed. Weed calm people down. It make me paranoid. But like that, they all sound like it. That ain't normal anger. I think Tiffany needs to just run it, just run it through. Don't even fight. I know that sounds ignorant for me to say this. Don't even fight with them no more. You know that the majority is against you. Go ahead and let it play out. Look for some people that could support you. I don't think it's right when you have to spend your own money when you know other people did not. But work with people, like you said, local restaurants, local grocery stores. Waltz is going out of business. Maybe they'll support the township. Different stuff like that. I don't know. Excuse me, Calumet Bakery. You done gave us 10,000. We just spent $10,000 in cakes for the last 2 months. Maybe they'll give a gift card. Run big bingo that way. I'm with you, choose. Like, it has to be something. Kiki Wyatt could kick back a couple of dollars. Somebody call Kiki Wyatt and say, Kiki, we need your help. We need you to come on down here and give us a couple of dollars, Kiki. Some. At 30,000, I'm gonna need you to do it. Yeah, she like to do it her way. So let's keep going.
Let me speak to you all. Yeah. See what happened. Yeah. They don't want to hear what the public has to say.
I don't think I see how she saw it from that point of view, really, but I don't think it's that Tiffany didn't want to hear what the residents had to say. It's what Paul Roberts said and the reaction that the people took it as that caused all this. So it was two parts. So it's what Paul said, one, in my opinion, and then two, it was the reaction that Quigley and Dots gave that started this. Let me know what y'all think. I think that public comment would have kept going on.
Investigating Keith Freeman and Carlisle's credit card. She knows she gave them direction to do that. That's why she doesn't want to hear it talk her name. So she didn't say, I didn't do anything.
Y'all know we talk fashion. My girl with the red cape, she was doing the walk, wasn't she, baby? You better walk that room, honey. You better walk. Look up.
Investigating Keith Freeman and Carlisle's credit card. She knows she gave them direction to do that. That's why she doesn't want to hear it talk her name. So she didn't say, I didn't do anything. But she said, she always said she's the leader. She said she's calm. She said she's running stuff. She's putting
Were you signed up for public comment? Were you signed up for public comment?
Yes, I was.
Right. Yeah, it's one of those things where you never know what's gonna happen.
No,
Oh,
I mean, it wasn't a jury property, but.
So, in closing, do you want to follow a demon and people that love chaos, or the hardworking residents who just want this madness to end? I do have a video on Henyard and what I think of her and her so-called leadership. If you fight for what is right, then fight against wrong as well. I will always be for the residents and elders of this community. Always. Thank you to the Real Late Night crew, the Lansing Journal, and Reality Check TV Chicago.
Okay, so that was the breakdown per request. So that was that point of view. So I think it was just a lot of things that happened right there. Like, it's no way to decipher things when you're in the heat of the moment. And I think a lot of people were in the heat of the moment right there. And I think the only thing that I will stand by, that I will 1000% stand by, is guess who suffers? Once again, the residents. We hear Chris say, Carmen left. I'm about my way out. Won't none of them miss a check. Won't none of them miss a check. It's just, you know, and then it'll be always, those are the heroes. And Tiffany is this and that. So that's where we are with it. So y'all let me know your thoughts. Like, let me know. After you watch that slowdown, what do you think? I just hope it doesn't escalate. You know what I mean? I hope it doesn't escalate. Like South Village. Y'all, I might take my talents over to South Village because I am like, Lord, we need to go in there with an exorcist. I thought we had to bring a priest over to Dolton. No, we got to go to South Village. We need the exorcist over there. They need a deliverance. But yeah, I just hope it doesn't escalate. I cannot wait for this election time to be over because it's just too much. It's just too much and very unnecessary. Thank God we don't have gavels. Lord, if we had gavels, it would have been over. It would have been, y'all remember playing that video game at the arcade when you whack the little gophers when they come out the hole? It would be something like that at the village hall. So once again, I always say the only people that's going to suffer are the residents. And it's just because it's election time. And I know Frank is turning over in his grave like, oh my word. Whack-a-mole, that's what it was. Hey, look at Choose always donating. So that was a replay. Not proud that we had to go through that replay. Shout out to Conscious, shout out to Lansing Journal. Oh. And you guys, what if they took a poll and half the people that was standing up weren't even in Thornton Township, that was acting a fool up there wasn't even from Thornton Township? Oh, please make it stop. All right, y'all. That's it. We ain't got nothing to say about that. Let's see if we got anything. I don't have nothing. I guess we have to play this because I don't have nothing. I wasn't even long-winded.
Ain't nobody gonna approve that. And
all right, y'all. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye.
Commentary Blue Commentary Burgundy Commentary Comment Blue Commentary Burgundy Blue Commentary Blue Commentary Burgundy Commentary Commentary